One
Well,
of the things that was really driven home to me a few years ago is that those low-level races, that's your farm team. Those are the guys who are going to be running for Congress in a few years, or running for the Senate, and running for high state office. And getting to know them while they're running and helping them run those lower level races, you're getting experience with them, but you're also getting relationships with them. And so that when they're running for those higher races, you've got influence in the door, and you can affect those lower races with such small amount of effort, as you were saying, JD. The leverage there is huge, but then when they get to a larger race universe that they're running in, when they get to a larger electorate they have to move, you already are familiar with them, and you can speak from that experience too. We've got to develop our farm team. We've got to develop guys that have political experience as well as governance experience in order to field good candidates. We can't expect people always to come out of the blue outside the political arena and then do very well and step into the political jungle there and not know their way around. It's just far better to work on these low-level campaigns with people who are just beginning and get experience with them, but help them as well and help them prepare for the next thing.
that's such a double-edged sword, the whole farm team training and thing. And I know that's what the Democrats do, and that's certainly what Battleground Texas is doing right now. And as you're saying that, Felicia, I'm going, yes, exactly right. We have got to take our local level candidates and teach them, help them learn, and really sponsor them as they get better at campaigning and better at winning elections and get better at the game of politics and make the right connections to be good state congressmen and state senators, and then U.S. congressmen and U.S. senators, and really move up, because it is unusual for somebody to step out of the private sector into a high-level elected office because they don't have the experience with running a campaign or being in politics, and there's an awful lot that you can't just learn on the job when you change industries like that. But then as I'm sitting there thinking, this is great, this is wonderful, we really need to do that. Weren't we just 10 minutes ago talking about the political class and how that can be a blight and a danger, and how people who are professional politicians, and politics is what they do for a living, like Joe Biden, and all they ever are is an elected politician, this is where I change my own mind and disagree with myself.
The good news about that, though, Leslie, is that if you are the one who's involved, if you're the one who's going up through the ranks with them, then generally wouldn't it be easier for you to sniff them out? Maybe then it becomes the case that you need to challenge that person. Maybe it becomes the case that, going through this process, you realize that we need to have a better candidate, and you build influence around, with the other volunteers by going out there and volunteering. And when you get into those situations, then you get to exert some of your influence and say, hey, I'm not liking what this person is doing, and I might need to go and volunteer for somebody else, or I might need to run myself. So this system is good when it comes to policing itself, because you're the one with the controls.
And wouldn't you rather have them make their mistakes at the low level?
Oh, heck yeah. Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah, so jump on those races, and this is getting down to growing your own politician. That's what you're doing. That's what you're trying to. And that's what it should be.
Yeah.